Dipsies, downriggers, flashers, dodgers. These can be really confusing terms to some people that don't fish the Great Lakes. Hi, I'm Larry Ladowski with Midwest Outdoors, and today we are fishing the Great Lakes, and we're fishing with Lee Hosh aboard his Grand Illusion 2. Actually, three. This is the third out of Algoma, Wisconsin, one of the best ports for salmon and trout fishing. We're going to show you not only how you can be comfortable with those terms, but also rig your own boats and have success on Lake Michigan and all the Great Lakes. Yeah.
There you go, Larry.
On?
Yep.
That was pretty quick
See,
on the
it was
gun
a
there.
quarter.
That was
It was a quarter, did it?
Folks, we got our first fish on in the morning. The sun's coming up right over my right shoulder.
It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful morning. A little chilly. Oh, it's on the surface. Nice.
Hey, all right.
One in the box. One in the boat, I should say.
It'll soon be in the box.
This one was caught on the downrigger, right?
This is on the downrigger, yep. On the bottom bait, I just dropped that down to 100 foot and didn't take long. Beautiful little Chinook salmon. We should have some good fishing this morning, Larry.
So Lee, really what we're doing is we're trying to fish as much of the water column as possible. And each of these different techniques is responsible for getting the bait in the zone,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
This happens to be a dipsy.
It's actually a slide diver, and it's a way to take our bait down and away from the boat. They have a weight on the bottom that you can dial to go left or right, and you can dial them to go a little bit deeper or a little bit further out. This line is threaded through the diver. Now I'm pulling from the middle of the disc. So this is what gives this disc the ability to pull my line down and away from the boat. And when a fish hits, it trips this arm up.
So now you're not fighting any
And now
of that.
now there's no resistance. This will slide down to 4 feet in front of the bait, so it's easy to net the fish. And this one, we had 135 feet of line out. We got a fish on it. I want to make sure I put 135 feet of line back out.
Get it back
so
down.
it's right back in. It's right back in the right spot where the fish liked it.
So another way of
Oh, there's a corner rigger right there.
this one right here?
Yep. That's on the bottom bait because we're running a 2 setup on our downrigger. One's the slider and one's the bottom bait. Our bottom bait's set at about 151 feet, and that slider's probably in that 70 range. As you've seen with the graph earlier, the fish were
Just
throughout the
stacked.
whole graph.
Right.
I mean,
This happens to be Trevor Hosh, Lee's nephew. He's our first mate today, but he's also a charter captain on Lake Michigan. And he's gonna walk us through how we're using the downrigger after we put this fish in the boat. Nice snag. It is a little bigger fish again. It just keeps getting a little bigger. Nice. Another king. Okay, so Trevor, walk us through how to rig up a downrigger.
okay, so this setup right here, we're actually running 2 baits, so we're using the full potential of the downrigger. See, I'm letting that back. Sometimes I'm gonna go 50, sometimes I'm gonna go 75 behind the bait. You're trolling, so it's gonna go back a little bit, but it's gonna get it in that probably 130 range. This bait right here is just kind of free floating on the line. So I'm tossing it in, and that's gonna free float on the line. It's not gonna go quite all the way down to the ball. It's probably gonna float in that 70 to 80 range.
Now we got another one here on a planer board.
This is probably the most people know about, right?
It's a very effective because for one thing, it gets the bait the furthest away from the boat. We use these inline planer boards to spread our baits out.
We just took off the yellowbird.
Yep, kind of like our other divers, our dipsy divers or slide divers do. You pull from the middle of the board, that's your resistance. The angle here takes it out to the side.
Okay, we got this fish coming in because
Oh yeah, you're almost getting leader.
there's a lot of line on there.
Oh, here he is surfing, Larry.
In the net. Sizing up again.
It's a nice fish, Larry.
Right on. Yep, Lee, they're sizing up.
Ah, nice. Oh, that's perfect table fare.
That is.
Excellent.
And
table
it is
fare.
going to taste yummy.
So Larry, the last way that we get the baits down to the depths that we want is we use different types of line. Right here I have a lead core line. This happens to be a 10 color lead core. So this one's gonna run down about 55, 60 feet. And the other way, and most common type of line, is we have copper here. It's gonna get it down a little deeper. The copper will be down 70, 75, whereas 50 to 60.
And then we
Tangles.
play with that a little bit by how much line how much lead core we have on the reels or how much copper we have on the reels. If you add more copper, it's going to be back a little further, but it's going to go a little deeper. Same thing with the lead core.
On this boat, we have a 1 color, 2 color, 3 color, 5 color, 7 color, 10 color, 20 color. We like to have our options of getting that line or that bait at different depths.
Yeah, that's the one you always hand me.
Well, see, on this one, I even added a special treat,
Yeah,
which
you
I
put
put
the
a weight
weight
on there, so then I had to put it back another like 7 passes. Because I just know how much you like reeling out
Thanks,
here.
Trev. Hey folks, another awesome day of fishing aboard the Grand Illusion and the new Grand Illusion 3. I want to thank these guys, Lee Hosh and Trevor Hosh, for hosting us today, as well as the Stebbins Hotel for having us out last night. And if you want more information, just go to the website below, algoma.org, and book your own excellent vacation. I'm Larry Ladowski from Midwest Outdoors, and we'll catch you later.